Oh, no, gotta hide it. Got to hide it. Make sure this is working. Beautiful.
Cool.
What the fuck? All right.
All right.
What up, chat? Welcome back to episode 2 of The Retards Do Sports. Pretty much. All right.
What do we?
So, pretty fun weekend, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was a great weekend. Ended fantastic.
yeah. Fuck off.
Fantastic.
The first thing we got to talk about before we get to any football. What the fuck is his mother doing?
Was that mother or father?
I can't tell.
What is the parent doing?
What is it? Yeah. What
Yeah,
is
why-
this parent
why-
doing in Kansas City?
Why are we bringing out a 4-year-old to negative 20-degree wind chill game? Yeah.
This is
Making
weird.
memories, all right? Memories the kid will never remember, besides the frostbite on their hand. But hey.
Time to call CPS.
Does this kid have gloves on? So I can't even see.
Mom, what happened to my nose? Well, you went to a Chiefs game back in 2024,
Right.
and it was negative 25 outside.
So, the thing that blows my mind here is the blanket on the cold, wet seat. Like that's gonna really help later on when it's fucking.
Well,
soaked
it'll
and
become
frozen.
a frozen blanket, and then it's like covering with a sheet of ice.
Right.
That's how I do it. I don't know how you guys do it.
Makes sense.
Taking my kid outside, negative 27.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, that
The
was
fact that you had your kid out there and it was so cold that Patrick Mahomes' helmet imploded,
Literally destroyed.
and you're like, yeah, this is a good idea to bring my kid to make memories.
Right.
Yes.
So I guess that's do we have the new bracket or no? 'Cause if we can get the new bracket up, that'd be pretty clutch. Yeah, there we go.
Hopefully they have the scores on there.
I don't think they do.
Mainly so you can see a score of your Eagles game again.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
No, they don't have them up. Do they? Bracket up.
Dope. Yeah, just put it over my face.
Oh, I'm
Lovely.
getting it.
There we go.
Or you could just cover that bullshit up.
Yeah, I just shit on the screen. Sorry about that, chat. All right, well,
So that was a hell of a wild card weekend.
CJ Stroud fucking cooked.
Are we starting with the AFC games? Just
Yeah,
to
we can
recap.
start with the first game of the week, which was the
Cleveland and Houston.
the Texans scrimmage against the Browns.
Yeah. So that was
Joe Flacco's retirement game.
You guys were hyping up Joe Flacco, and Joe walked out and go, "Hi, my name's Joe Flacco. I'll throw more touchdowns to the other team than my team."
Yep.
The sad part is I changed my pick from the Texans last second to the Browns.
Peer pressure.
Yeah.
Peer pressure from my buddy Snides got to me.
So the Texans are gonna go and get dog walked by the Ravens, probably.
I don't think they'll get dog walked.
But they're probably not.
So
winning.
my
think they're
biggest
winning,
problem going into week 2 of the playoffs is defenses did not show up week 1.
No. None
Thought
of them
Dallas was coming in with the top 10 defense.
did. Top 10 defense.
Browns coming in with the top defense.
Literally top
And-
defense in the league.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the Steelers because TJ Watt wasn't playing.
Right.
But all these teams come in with these top defenses, and then they just get ran up on.
Except for the Chiefs. Chiefs defense showed up
Chiefs defense, well,
well, that and then
Your
they got
Dolphins don't
27.
does.
Your defense can show up when they're throwing 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the Browns' game plan for this weekend was like, man, we're down, so let's just throw everything between 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and hopefully it works out for us.
Dolphins did the same thing.
But I definitely think that the Texans came out and was like, and Browns don't matter.
Yep.
Joe Flacco needed to go play bingo that night, so the Texans sent him back to retirement home pretty quickly.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck this, man, I'm done."
Next game was the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins Chiefs.
Man. That game was ass.
That was a terrible game to watch. That was just not.
That was rough for both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was negative 27 with wind chill.
The Chiefs were going to win that as long as it was against.
Well, the Dolphins also came out and was like, we're going to take one deep shot, score a touchdown to Tyreek Hill, and then they were like, oh, that was our one for the whole game. Guess we're not going to do that again. And they decided that the short behind the line of scrimmage almost every play.
Yeah.
Hey, we're down by 3 touchdowns. Let's throw wide receiver screens.
Every time.
Every play. Yeah, that was great. I really enjoyed that one.
Is what it is there. I think we all had the Chiefs going into that one.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Pretty sure we all knew Josh Allen was going to come out and just ball out in Buffalo.
Josh Allen strengthening his MVP chase.
Yeah.
70-yard touchdown. No problem.
Yeah, 52-yard touchdown run by a quarterback.
That was insane. That's like some Madden shit right there. Like that was crazy to watch live.
Josh Allen was like, nobody else needs to show up to this game. I got this.
I got it. Like you guys just chill on the sidelines. I got it.
So we'll go NFC.
We'll go over to the NFC and then back to AFC for predictions.
Yeah.
Yep.
NFC first game was Cowboys.
Texans got lucky. Shut the hell up, Pedro.
It's getting lucky is like winning by like 7 or less. When you blow a team out, I don't know if it's luck.
Blowing that shit out like I did your mom.
Texans decided to come out and just completely shut the Browns down.
And then Dak Cowboys showed up to the playoffs.
Yeah, playoff Dak showed up.
Oh, Dak is out of a job. Mike McCarthy should be out of a job.
Bill Belichick is gonna be.
You picked Dallas, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't pick them because of Dak.
No.
I picked them because of that defense that allowed Jordan Love to look like Aaron Rodgers the whole game.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
Getting to watch that live was a pretty fun game to watch because I walked in about halfway through the first quarter and Green Bay was already up 20-0. As that being my team's rival.
I mean, but at least it wasn't a blowout because the Cowboys tried.
At least Dak padded his stats there in garbage time.
Yeah. When they put those second stringers in, man, those Cowboys look like they belonged in the playoffs.
They look great.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I threw for 400 some yards and however many touchdowns.
I mean, we still lost by 2 touchdowns. Still lost by 16 points, but hey.
They put the fucking Green Bay High School junior varsity defense in. That's what happened. So
Pedro said he wants to see the Lions make the Super Bowl.
That's not going to happen.
I think we all would love to see that.
Nope. Niners.
I want to see that. No, so Green Bay Dallas, that was
a shit show.
Yeah, that was a shit show. I think Green Bay and I made the Green Bay pick.
Your second
history alone.
Your second string is bad when Matt LaFleur pulls his first string and then Dallas starts to come back and he's like, oh shit, never mind, get back in the game.
Go back.
We're going to lose this fucking thing.
Congrats, Dak. You completed a bunch of passes for 10 yards when they were playing 30 yards back.
Yeah.
They did what you can effectively do to take Dallas out of the game, and that's double team CeeDee Lamb all day and not allow him to get anything.
That's my thing, though. CeeDee didn't even look like he wanted to fucking be there.
CeeDee, I don't know if he re-signs with Dallas. If the money is right, he might, but I don't know if he should.
They stopped the run game, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then Aaron Jones was like, going back home to Dallas or Texas, let me go ahead and put up 3 touchdowns on these guys.
So the Lions and the
game of the weekend.
Game of the weekend. I mean, that was amazing to watch. That was like the best game I've watched in a hot minute. It was edge of your seat the whole time. I think everybody. I I'm pretty sure we all took the Rams because we thought Stafford.
No,
was
I took the
going.
Lions.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
took
take
the
Lions?
Lions. I took the
I
Rams.
took
I think we
Lions.
both took the Rams because we
You
thought
guys were on that
Stafford-
Matt Stafford train.
Yeah,
The only thing I didn't like was the booing Matt Stafford.
That-
And I also I
I
understand
fucking loved
Like,
the
I
booing of Matt
understand why,
Stafford.
but I also learned that they were also booing his daughters and his wife as they were walking to their seats.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, not
but him on the field, boo him the whole time.
yeah.
You gotta remember that man is
He's-
not a lion anymore.
He's there.
That
to-
guy is
Oh, I
there to
understand
take your
that.
team out of the playoffs. I 100% boo Matt Stafford, and they were loud.
Yeah,
Like
they
those
were,
fans were loud in Detroit.
they were hella loud.
It was electric.
That stadium was crazy the whole game. Jared Goff got his get back. As much as we were like, this isn't his revenge game, it had to have felt good to be like,
He went 22.
Knock the Rams out.
yeah, fuck
knock,
the Rams.
Yeah,
Like,
knock
He
them
went-
out of the playoffs.
He went 22 for 26 the whole game.
Jared Goff had a day.
And I mean, but both teams, well,
Played
especially
fantastic.
the Lions, they looked fantastic
All
coming
around.
out. And it was like, other than a few, like the first Nakua touchdown,
Yeah,
where it was just a big it was
play.
a deep play.
yeah.
Other than that, at the line of scrimmage, they didn't let Williams get running.
Nope.
They played solid defense pretty much the whole game. You hold this Rams team, who's been on fire the last couple of weeks, to 23 points,
Yeah.
and pull out the win. I mean,
I think a big difference maker would be though if Higbee didn't get hurt.
Yeah. That
Because if
play where
Higbee
got
catches
flipped,
that and doesn't snap his leg in half,
then I think they might have won that if Higbee didn't get hurt on that play.
which shit happens.
Shit happens. The Lions took it. Congratulations to Detroit. All their fans deserve it, I think.
yeah.
Because if any team deserves to
Granted.
Enjoy it now.
Granted, I think they're going to go to the NFC
Oh, they'll go to the
Championship.
NFC Championship.
Oh, I think
But we'll get into that in a second. But
I got
the game of the week.
not
The game
Dog
of the
shit,
week.
dumpster fire game of the week.
The Browns look good, or the Buccaneers look real good in their scrimmage against the Eagles on
Yeah.
Monday night. It was great.
So Brian Johnson still hasn't been fired as of today. Sean Desai and Matt Patricia still have jobs as of today.
The
Don't
only
know
person
how.
not in that voting anymore, Jason Kelsey,
Which is
and he hasn't even.
he hasn't even officially
He's
signed papers or anything. We'll see what happens with Big Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. I mean, Lane Johnson said it himself that he's got a few more in him. So Lane Johnson, I don't think is going anywhere. But those
You keep blaming the offensive play
Those-
calling
those
for where
three-
you're at.
Yeah, you
I-
guys have fucking Matt Patricia calling your defense.
I never said
You
it.
have,
that's
you
where
have
defensive
Matt
issue either.
Patricia. Your defense is your biggest fucking problem.
Completely agree. But if offense can't put points on the board, that's another problem.
If your defense allows them 50-yard touchdowns every time they throw the fucking ball,
It was just a shit show.
Baker
all the way
was
through.
getting sacked. Just heaved the ball to the middle of the field, and Chris Godwin's like, "I got you."
And I hate to say it, but Sean Desai at least was like, okay, yeah, they went and played the Niners and got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, they went and played Dallas at home, got pretty beat pretty fucking bad. But Matt Patricia was not the fucking answer for Philadelphia this season. I don't know who
When he came in, you were happy about it.
because Sean Desai looked awful in those games. But looking back now, if they would have just left it alone, I feel like we, 1, would have beat the Seahawks. 2, wouldn't have lost to the Giants in the second Giants game. I don't see that happening, but
You guys, told you guys this weekend. You guys won the Chiefs game, and it was
And
like
it was that-
your
that
whole
was
team
it.
was like, "We won the only game that mattered this year, and that was that Kansas City Chiefs game.
and I know
They didn't
you-
win it great, but we won it."
You
So
guys don't think Sirianni's going anywhere? I think he's gone.
I don't know why you'd fire your head coach.
I think Sirianni's gone. He's completely lost the locker room, along with the coordinators losing, the locker room. It's blatant. A team does not fall apart like that if the locker room has not been lost. It just doesn't
I think
happen.
you guys just have a rough stretch of
Just
games
does not happen.
and wore your team out, and your team was just like, "I don't want to do this anymore."
They lost the locker room. It's as simple as that. Philly's going to go into a hard defensive.
I don't know how
rebuild
you
this
justify
offseason.
firing Nick Sirianni, though.
Jalen Hurts himself at the podium when he was getting interviewed. he had the chance to defend Nick Sirianni. He said something. I forget what the exact question was, but it was along the lines of, what are your thoughts on Nick Sirianni possibly going somewhere else? And all he said was, oh, I didn't know that was happening. Like, the players are the first to know if a new coaching staff is coming in. The players are the first to know. We all know that. So for him to say that and not defend his head coach, pretty obvious to me and everybody else that roots for Philly that he's gone. Belichick to Philadelphia or Dallas, that's all I'm saying. It's one of the two for
Belichick is
Belichick.
going to Philly.
Belichick's going somewhere.
Belichick is not going to fucking Philly.
Philly or Dallas, that's where he's going.
Vrabel to the Eagles.
Vrabel, I wouldn't mind Vrabel going to Philly. Fresh start, see what he can do with the offense. Let's be
Defensive
honest,
coach.
whoever comes into Philadelphia has a stacked roster except for that secondary. That secondary is the biggest liability. If Howie pulls off some magic in the offseason for Philadelphia and gets that secondary built up, whoever comes into Philly has a stacked roster. And all they have to do is have good coaching.
If AJ Brown stays.
If AJ Brown, I think AJ stays as long as Brian Johnson goes. I think that's.
I don't think you guys fired Nick Sirianni after this season. He literally is coming off of coaching in the Super Bowl. Still took your team to the playoffs. You have no reason to fire him.
Philly has fired better coaches over less.
NFC East is a joke. Attaboy Snipes.
Yeah, NFC East, man. Fucking Dallas.
I mean, all I gotta say
bullshit.
is
The South is the worst division.
All I gotta say is the Steelers had the same situation happen
back in 2020
when they started out 11-0 and then started shitting the bed. I didn't see him fire Mike Tomlin.
No, they're not going to fire. They'll fire the coordinators, but they won't fire the head coach.
I think if they have
same with Mike Tomlin isn't going anywhere in Pittsburgh. He'll be there for another year. He has one more year on his contract.
Yeah.
That's why he was he walked off the podium.
Yeah, he was like,
as soon as that lady was like, hey, you have one more year left on your contract, and he just walks off. Because he's not there to talk about that. That's not the priority at that moment. You should have been talking about the game and what happened.
Yeah.
Instead, you're asking him a question that's irrelevant.
Yeah. I think Baker found a new home.
I think Baker's going to be the Bucs' new franchise quarterback for a hot minute. I think he just secured himself a pretty big amount of money. I'm saying
pay
that
him
confidently.
A big amount of money.
I don't think they will. I truly think Baker's got fucked however many years he's been in the league. But
Baker is what Johnny Manziel could have been. That's Baker.
Baker's going to have a rough day when he plays the Lions.
It's going to be rough for Baker. That game is going to probably be right next to Kansas City and Buffalo, Tampa and Detroit.
I think
is going to be NFC game of the week. AFC game of the week is going to be Kansas City and Buffalo.
I don't know if I'm putting Tampa Lions NFC game of the week. I think I'm putting Packers Niners.
Unfortunately, as much as I would love to see Jordan Love just absolutely shit on the Niners defense, it's not going to happen. That Niners defense is stacked. I'm not above saying it. The Niners are going to blow out.
Wasn't saying that 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Niners are going to blow out the Packers.
I don't think they blow out.
A healthy Niners team is going to demolish Green Bay. And I'm sorry to say it because I would love to see the Packers do it. What I would want to see in the NFC Championship is the Packers and the Lions. Because they're more deserving than
the 49ers?
Yeah.
They're more deserving than the 49ers.
Fuck the Niners, bro.
Just because they blew your team out?
No, just fuck the Niners.
Because they blew
your team out.
No.
The Niners literally are the best team in the NFC.
In the NFC.
Nobody is even close.
In the NFL, no. That title is at the Baltimore Ravens right now.
Yeah, because they beat them in the
After what they did to them on Christmas.
Okay. Yeah, they had 5 turnovers. They still didn't blow the Niners out, though.
Still gross.
The Niners turned the ball over 5 times and still kept it to a 2-score game.
I think.
Even on their worst day, they played a better football game than the Eagles played versus the Bucs.
So for predictions, I guess we're moving into predictions. Who do we got for? Are we starting AFC or NFC?
Let's just
NFC.
Just keep it where the Packers Niners are.
Yeah, Packers Niners. So
I got Big Cock Brock. I'm not switching up on that. I got Big Cock Brock all day.
CMC is going to have 2 to 3 touchdowns.
I think we're all taking the Niners on this, no
Yeah.
question. As much as I would love to see the Packers do it, I just don't think they're going to.
I don't think the Packers
I think it's
can
going to
cover
be
this.
I think it's going to be a
Cover the
good game.
field.
I think that's
It's going to be a good game.
Me personally, I think that's a game of the week.
It's going to be a great game, but
NFC game of the week is going to be Packers Niners for me.
I think it's Bucks in Detroit. I think it's going to be a very close game. I
The
think that's gonna be a
the
shootout
Packers
between Goff
have
and Baker.
the Packers have Jair Alexander, and they have a
If he's
decent
healthy.
game.
If he's healthy.
Jair
'Cause he
is
did get
banged
hurt.
up.
Yeah.
He was banged up going into the game. He got even more banged up during the game.
Mm-hmm.
They got to cover CMC, whether he's in the backfield or out at slot.
Yeah.
They got to cover Debo, which you guys apparently just said fuck that when they played you guys.
Yeah, Bradbury can't cover
Ayuk,
a fucking rock.
Kettle, Jennings. I mean, no team in the NFL has the defense to cover them other than the Ravens. And honestly, the Ravens got 2 tipped interceptions, and they got one from Dalton in garbage time. So,
I mean, I think we're all taking the Niners just based on that.
And-
that team is stacked.
yeah,
And
If
they're
the
healthy.
Niners face the Ravens in the Super Bowl, it's going to be a different story
it's going to be a completely different game.
because Kyle Shanahan is going to have the adjustments, and it's going to be bad for
Those
Harbaugh and
revenge
Ravens.
games for the 49ers don't turn out well for the other team.
No, they don't. Speaking from experience. All right, so we all got the Niners. Moving on, we got Tampa Bay headed to the Motor City.
As
in
much
Detroit.
as I would love Baker to win this game, I gotta go Lions.
I'm Lions all the way through. Obviously, I was rooting for Philly, but I knew they weren't going to win. I said that in last week's episode. So I'm taking the Lions the whole way through. Hopefully, they can pull it out this week and head to the NFC chip.
I definitely have the Lions.
Yeah.
I think the Lions, granted, the Lions allow big plays versus the Rams,
Dan Campbell.
but
Dan Campbell for coach
the
of the year, by
biggest
the way.
problem is Baker has to go in to Detroit, and
Yeah.
Detroit is going to make it
They get
loud.
loud.
I don't
That
think
offense is going to give the Bucks defense, and no matter how good the Bucks defense is,
Yeah.
gonna give the Bucks defense problems.
Do I think Jared Goff plays out his ass like he did last time?
I don't
No.
think so.
But
But
as long
there
as he
was-
doesn't come out and play like that shit Jared Goff, where he had like that
yeah.
4 or 5 game stretch where he was just off this season.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he doesn't play like that, and they can get that run game established with
As long
Gibbs
as,
and
as long as we see
Montgomery.
primetime golf, then the Lions are going to pull it out. I think we're all taking the Lions because we want to keep seeing their Cinderella story run.
Not really.
just one more week.
Just one more week.
Yeah.
Niners will handle that when they gotta leave Detroit and
unfortunately,
go to Candlestick. I don't give a fuck what it's called now. It's called Candlestick.
So Lions over the Bucks. All three of us are in agreement. AFC
Chiefs, Bills.
Chiefs Bills.
That one's
I
gonna
think
be
that is
hard.
overall
This
playoff
is
game of the
going to
week.
be epic.
Playoff game of the week. As much as I hate Kansas City, I love watching them play the Bills. I love watching that rivalry. It's so fun.
Josh Allen and Mahomes
It's
going at it.
so fun to watch, man, and nobody can deny it as much. If you hate either team, you can't deny that rivalry is so fun to watch. They are just the whole game is electric the whole time.
Well, we know Josh Allen's going to do Josh Allen.
Yeah,
things.
and with Buffalo's at home, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
So
Patrick Mahomes.
First time they've had a matchup in Buffalo.
Yeah. So
This
Buffalo
is Patrick
being at home-
Mahomes' first away game in the playoffs, I do believe.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I love Josh Allen. I hate the Chiefs. I'm taking the Bills.
My biggest issue is the Bills' secondary is all beat up.
It's okay.
And the Chiefs' defense looked really
That's
good
what
against
Chiefs
the
defense
Dolphins.
looks great.
The
Yeah.
Chiefs'
They
defense
look great.
looked fantastic against the Dolphins.
But trust in Josh Allen. That man's a dog. He's going to get it
I'm
done.
going with Josh Allen hasn't beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs yet. I don't think it's really going to matter where it's at because they're both outside and they're both going to be cold whether they play there.
Both teams are used to it.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a great game to watch, and I have faith that Josh Allen is going to pull it out and head to the AFC chip with Buffalo. I think it's going to be a really, really good game.
I said this last week. I don't bet against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid in the playoffs, man. I'm going Patty Mahomes, even with his
cheeseburger,
his high school wide receiver core he has going on over there.
Yeah.
I still think they pull it out.
To be fair, Rice and Pacheco put on a show.
Pacheco is going to give Buffalo fits.
Yeah.
And
I still think they pull it out. I still think Buffalo pulls it out. I think Buffalo's going to.
As long as it doesn't go to overtime, yeah, sure, Buffalo stands a chance. But if Josh Allen has to play in overtime, they're losing again. So.
But my pick's the Bills. He's got the Chiefs. Who you
got? I could go either way, to be honest.
It's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
I could literally flip a coin. I could literally flip a coin and be all right with who I pick. But after watching what the Chiefs did to the Dolphins, and I'm assuming, obviously, I just looked at the weather. There's going to be snow. It's going to be cold again.
Yeah.
I'm going to hammer the Chiefs.
The run game for the Chiefs with Pacheco and McKinnon and
Everett. They have a great run game.
If they get that, if Pacheco runs like he ran versus the Dolphins in that cold weather game, Buffalo's going to have problems. Because Buffalo has Cook.
Yeah.
And Cook's played great this year. He's came out of nowhere.
But dominated.
The Bills aren't built to just run.
Yeah. No, they are a very pass-heavy offense. And I think, like I said, I think Josh Allen's going to get it done. I have faith in the Bills to get it done.
I mean, as much as I would love to see Lamar and Josh Allen go
duke it out in the
AFC Championship.
Yeah, that would be a good game to watch. But all right, Bills, Chiefs. Last game.
Ravens,
Texans.
Love CJ Stroud.
Go Bucs, man. CJ all the way. I got
CJ
the Texans.
has balled out. I don't think their defense can withstand Lamar.
We have watched underdogs do it this whole wild card weekend. I got the Texans.
I'm hammering Baltimore.
I'm going with
I got the Texans.
It's so hard because
I got to hammer Baltimore for my boys tonight.
I'm pretty sure that CJ Stroud and Lamar Jackson had the same amount of playoff wins.
Yeah.
I don't trust Lamar in the playoffs, but I trust Baltimore's defense more than I trust the Texans' defense. Roquan and Queen are the anchors of that defense.
Absolutely.
And I think that they are going to negate the run game and all the short passes. Because we've seen the 49ers go into Baltimore and not be able to do a damn thing versus Baltimore. I mean, granted, they scored, obviously. You're not going to stop you're not going to shut the 49ers
They're going to score.
out. Yeah. But they did that to the Niners. I don't think the Texans can withstand it. Now, they do have Ryans as their head coach, and he is a great defensive-minded coach. And if they can negate Lamar, like teams have done in the playoffs before, I think they could stand a chance. But I don't know how well CJ is going to move that ball against.
I got CJ. I got CJ and the Texans. They're going to take it.
I'm going Lamar in that defense.
I'm going Ravens in the shootout. But I think
it is going to be a shootout.
I think the Texans can hold Lamar to less than what I think he's going to do.
Yeah. No,
mostly because the only scrambling quarterback they've played against was against the Cardinals with Kyler Murray, and they beat him 22-17. So I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Ravens at home in the cold weather pull it out.
All right. Good, fair takes. I'm betting on the underdog here.
They got a lot of. You got Marlon Humphrey, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, all on the injury report. But then you go to the Texans. Tunzel's on the injury report. Will Anderson, John Mechie, Robert Woods, Gennard. I mean, both teams are pretty banged up going into this game.
I think
so
all the
it's gonna be a good game.
I think all the Ravens players will play. I mean, they did have a bye week, so hopefully
They should be healthy enough. They should be. I think the Texans are going to go in there and put on a show, and I think CJ's going to pull it out and head to the AFC Chip as a rookie.
I'm going Baltimore in that defense.
I got
Baltimore
the
in that
Texans.
defense.
I'm all right with being the only one with the Texans. That's all right.
Just like you were the only ones rooting for the Eagles.
Well, I picked Tampa Bay on the podcast. Don't forget that. I knew what was going to happen in that game. I just didn't want to
so
believe
Ravens, Texans.
Cruz just doesn't want to pick the same teams as us. I feel
If
like.
CJ balls out,
I
I won't be mad.
I think CJ's going to ball
I
out.
wouldn't
and have
care if
himself a day.
CJ won, honestly.
Yeah, if CJ balls out, I'm not going to be mad at all.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good. I think it's going to be a really, really good game at the end of the day. But, so do we have Super Bowl predictions? Like, do we have?
We said we.
Well, I mean, like, do we reevaluate Super Bowl predictions right now? Because
My two teams are still in it.
I had Ravens Niners, so I don't think I'm going to reevaluate that.
I'm still Ravens Niners.
Yeah, that's just the most
The only team
We're just
I
gonna have
might
to look
change
at
it
it.
out would be the Chiefs, but we're gonna have to see after this
I
one.
think I said Chiefs. I'm pretty sure I said Chiefs for AFC. AFC.
It's hard. It's
This
hard
might-
to root for
even though I
Lamar
just
because
picked-
Lamar doesn't show up
Right.
playoff time. So.
Even though I just picked the Bills because I want Josh Allen to go instead of Mahomes. I think that I do think that Mahomes and Andy Reid could make another run. It really wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs made it all the way again. It's Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, man. Like, I don't know what you want me to say other than that. They're in the playoffs. You know what happens when they get to the playoffs. It's going to be a battle in Buffalo, but I'm still going with Josh Allen.
Even though I thought this week was good games, this week is going to be.
This week's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
This divisional week is going to be crazy. I think there's going to be a couple upsets that we don't see coming.
I think there's going to be a lot closer games than there was last week.
Yeah, I think because I mean these guys are playing for their championships now. They're playing to go to the championships. So
I think that the Packers are going
championships.
to. I think they used up all their magic against the Cowboys last week.
I think they're going to put on a show, but I don't think they're going to win.
I think Chiefs win by a field goal.
Yeah, they got Jordan Love, but with how young that wide receiving core is for their Packers,
the nerves might get
they're gonna have their hands full. I don't think they walk down this field and score multiple times on the Niners like they did the Cowboys in that first quarter.
No, I don't see that happening against the Niners, but I do think it's going to be a good game. I think they're all going to be good games. I don't see a blowout happening this week. If a blowout does happen, I'll be surprised.
First game is Texans Ravens too.
Okay.
Saturday.
Wow, they got both of them.
Saturday at
and
3,
Packers Niners on Saturday. Saturday night.
So we got Saturday's the day to watch football.
We got the 2-1 seeds playing on Saturday. And then Sunday we got
starting with the Bucs and the Lions and the Chiefs and the Bills.
I think Sunday's got the best games. I really do. I think Sunday's got the best games. Bucs, Lions, and Chiefs, Bills. Those are going to be good. Those are going to be awesome games to watch.
Either C.J. Stroud is going to go off on the Ravens, or they're going to dismantle the Texans like they did the Dolphins.
Yeah. Texans are going to need a little bit of magic going in.
But
a little bit of miracle
C.J. Stroud's a better
game.
quarterback than Tua, so
yeah. But we'll see. Like I said, I think the Texans will pull it out. The Niners are obviously going to win. That's no question. If they don't, then I think we'll all be very surprised. Bucs,
if they
Lions.
don't, I'm jumping on the Lions bandwagon, damn it.
I'm on the Lions bandwagon. 100%. I think the Lions are.
Lions are not walking into San Fran and beating San Fran.
No, but I'm on the Lions bandwagon right now. I also want to see the Bills win, so we'll see. They're all going to be really good games. I don't think we're going to see a blowout. I think we're going to see very close contests, and it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be really, really fun to watch. I don't really think we have any other. I mean, we recap. We got our predictions for the division round. You guys got anything else we could go over?
I swear to God, if I see Baker with another pack of Zins in a practice, I'm flipping my answer.
Yeah, that might have to.
I also seen a video where Baker was huffing, smelling salts coming out of the
Yeah,
tunnel.
I saw that too. I was like, as soon as I
Needs
saw
all the
that,
help he can get right
as
now.
soon as I saw that, man, I was like, yeah, we're done.
I do believe Baker found a home in Tampa.
I do. I think he did too. I think that's where Baker's going to be for a hot minute. And I think if they can get him some fresh wide receivers and the defense can keep playing the way it's been playing, Bucks are going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come.
I do think Myles Garrett's not Defensive Player of the Year.
No, I think
He did just as much as T.J. Watt did in the game.
So do we still think Jalen Carter is Defensive Rookie of the Year after that shit?
I don't know what other defensive rookie
I don't know.
has been there, but
Hutchinson's a rookie, isn't he, for the Lions?
No.
He's not?
He's in
No.
his second year.
Oh, okay. He was a rookie last year. I couldn't remember.
Browns
I was gonna say, if he
lost
is
their
a-
offensive
If he is a
coordinator.
rookie,
Tomlin tells the Steelers he'll be their coach in 2024.
Yeah.
Kelsey says he'll address his future when it's time.
Jalen Carter. So yeah, Jalen Carter will take
I mean,
Defensive
maybe
Rookie.
Will Anderson. but-
Maybe. If the Texans beat the Ravens, I think Will Anderson will take it. So interesting things going on in my team. Philadelphia, AJ Brown has wiped his social media of all Philadelphia related things, which is not fun to see for a fan because AJ's a dog and I would love to see him stay. But I read earlier that three teams that would be most likely to take him are one, God forbid, Kansas City, two, the Colts, and three was your Cincinnati Bengals, even though I don't think they can afford him.
I don't think they would take him.
Those were the top three teams I saw
Although
that could take AJ Brown. But like I said before, I don't think AJ's going anywhere as long as Brian Johnson is fired.
Although Jamar
Chiefs
Chase
don't
and-
have the money. Bengals don't have the money.
Although Jamar Chase and AJ Brown
That would be a damn
with a healthy Joe Burrow.
yeah, that would be a damn good duo. That might be better than AJ and Devontae. I don't know. Let's be honest. Even though that game sucked, Devontae Smith, give him credit where credit's due, balled the fuck out. To the point, like, to where he, as much as he could, is what I'm trying to say. Devontae put on a show as much as he could. He tried his best, but at the end of the day, that Bucs secondary just locked him down. He couldn't do anything. Doesn't help that Jalen only throws to the receivers that he's buddy with, and you can tell it's obvious. So.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert was kind of pissed on the side.
Oh, Goddard was lit. I mean, I would be too. Wouldn't you be?
Oh, 100%. But I'm not that quarterback.
But it came out that he wasn't yelling at Jalen. He was pissed at himself for dropping the ball. That's what he said. Like, there's no beef there.
That's what they want you to think.
No, he said that.
Yeah, that's what he wants you to think.
I don't know. It looked like he was screaming at Jalen. So we'll see.
Goddard to free agency.
I was thinking
Goddard might go somewhere else.
I was thinking about the draft and the Bears.
Marvin Harrison.
The way that I was thinking was they take Marvin Harrison and take their second first-round pick, send it to the Bengals, and pick up T.
They might do that.
Pick up Higgins.
I think you go with Justin Fields
Higgins
one more
to the
year.
Bears.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Justin
Yeah.
Fields for at
If
least one
anything,
more
you
year.
at least take Marvin with the first pick.
Yeah,
Caleb
see
And
what
Williams.
then you
happens.
take that second pick.
I'm not taking that chance on Caleb Williams.
No, Caleb Williams is
One,
not.
got a fucking major attitude problem.
He's not
His
that guy.
ego is through
His
the
ego
roof.
is through the roof for absolutely no reason. The guy is horrendous. He's
He's
going to
not that
be. He's going to be the next Johnny Manziel,
Michigan's quarterback.
NFL bust. JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy, that would be a good one for them. I think.
Who?
For the Bears, if they picked him up with their other pick instead of doing the T trade, I think that'd be a good pickup.
I don't
Just as a
think-
backup to sit behind Fields, and if Fields doesn't work out this upcoming season, like he hasn't been for the past few years, then you give McCarthy a try.
I think the Jets should take McCarthy
I don't know.
and let him sit behind Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, we were talking about that. Imagine that, because Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers, and look at what the fuck Jordan Love is doing for Green Bay.
To be fair, Jordan Love was in a better coaching system than what JJ McCarthy would be in.
Right,
Because Jets are a shit show right now.
but
The Jets are a shit
getting
show.
to sit behind one of the
I don't
GOATs,
know how
Aaron
much
Rodgers,
better the Jets would have actually been with Aaron.
with Aaron, I don't think. Maybe they make a playoff run. Maybe Aaron carries them to a playoff run.
I
But
think so.
They'd carry them to the playoffs,
'Cause
but I still
first
because
round
we
don't
exit.
think they'd beat Josh Allen and the Bills, and I don't
No.
think they'd beat the Dolphins.
Or Kansas City.
I think the
or
way
the Texans. or
the way I
Browns,
see
whatever.
it though is the team would be 100% more confident with Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback than
Oh,
they are
yeah.
with fucking Zach Wilson
or whoever the other fuck was there for a while.
Yeah. Can we all agree that the Cleveland Browns would have never sniffed the playoffs, Flacco or not, had Joe Burrow been healthy?
Oh, 100%. Bengals on top of the division, 100%.
Like,
I don't know if you guys are on top of the
I don't
division. You
think-
still got beat Lamar
I think,
and
but I don't
Well,
think the Browns are
Ravens, though.
touching the playoffs if a healthy Joe Burrow is
Even when
playing.
the Bengals and the Ravens played, when Joe Burrow was playing, it was a close game. But
Yeah.
then as soon as he went out, it just.
It was a shit show from there for
Yeah.
Cincy.
But I
Which
think,
sucked because being from Ohio, it's nice to see like Cleveland or Cincy get there. Like no matter which one it is, it's cool to see one of those teams from your state make the playoffs. Like that's who I would root for in the AFC is whichever one of my teams from Ohio makes the playoffs.
I'm completely different. Fuck the Bears. I hope they make the playoffs. Fuckers finessed the Panthers out of 2 first-round picks
Yeah.
and DJ Moore for fucking Bryce Young. And then Dave Tepper has the audacity to go,
Fucking
we need a wide receiver.
what they need is a fucking O-line.
What we need is a
O-line,
new fucking owner.
new
What the
owner.
Bears need is a new fucking O-line.
That's why I think if the Bears don't trade their second first-round pick, go Marvin Harrison with your first pick.
Yep.
Your second pick, you can do another skill player if you want, but draft the best offensive line available with your second first-round pick.
Absolutely.
Your second-round pick, draft another O-line because you got 2 second-round picks, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
So you draft 2 offensive lines in the second round. You just got 3 top 2 round fucking,
Their defense is terrible.
and then the rest of their draft just go defense because you can get defensive gems late in the
Yeah.
draft.
Um,
Then you add, I get rid of Mooney if I'm them.
Oh, yeah,
get rid of
I
fucking
think
Darnell Mooney.
If they do trade the
Or if they got
second
if
first
he's
round
still,
pick, I think they throw Mooney in there with it.
yeah.
or if he's still available, which I don't know if he will be. If that second first round pick comes by and Blake Corum's still available
Right.
at running back, you go ahead and take him
Would be
and
a
put
good
add
pickup.
him and Marvin Harrison to that offense.
I think
That'll all determine
I think
if
he's
Harbaugh
gone.
gets an NFL job.
If Harbaugh goes to the Chargers, I'm telling you right now, the Chargers are going to trade up and draft Blake Corum.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
They won't. He won't take
He's
He
not
won't
going to
take
take
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
because he has just
he has Herbert.
he have Herbert. And you don't move on from Herbert.
And Herbert,
That man was slinging it with a broken finger.
you can't call Herbert a bust yet. You
Motherfucker
can't.
had a cast out to like here on his middle finger and was
He's
still
still
slinging
slinging
that
the
ball.
ball. Motherfucker looked like Matt Stafford.
They
in
just need a
Detroit.
coach. They just need a coach that's not scared to throw the ball down the
Yeah.
fucking field.
I wouldn't be mad if the Bengals were to accept that trade and then they pick up a Dunze from Washington.
Yeah. I mean, the Bears could just surprise us and draft 2 wide receivers in the first round.
Marvin
I mean,
Harrison-
even if you want a quarterback, this year with the draft,
You
why
got a good variety.
you take Marvin Harrison with number 1.
Yeah.
And they got another pick. What fucking pick? It's like still top 15 pick.
I'm sure it's your 2 top 10 picks. I'm pretty positive.
I think they won enough to get out of the first, out of the top.
Pretty
10.
sure they have 2 top 10 picks.
But even then, I mean, you look at all the quarterbacks that are coming into the fucking draft this year. You got May, Williams, Bo Nix.
Bears have the first pick.
Yeah.
Commanders have the second.
They're taking a quarterback.
Patriots have the third pick.
They're
taking
a quarterback.
Cardinals, I don't think they're taking a
They're
quarterback.
taking a doomsday.
Yeah,
if Marvin Harrison is off the board,
The Chargers have the 5th pick.
They're taking Blake Corum.
If Harbaugh is there, they're taking
Blake Corum.
Yeah, see, their biggest needs is a cornerback, running back, defense.
They're taking Blake Corum or Kool-Aid.
The Bears have the 9th pick.
Yeah, you can draft the quarterback with the 9th pick and still get a good pick.
Yeah.
What, you're going to miss out on 2 quarterbacks if you don't take one? So you know Caleb Williams is going to go.
Yeah.
You know probably May, Bo Nix, Penix. One of them is going to go.
They could snag Penix. If Penix
they could take Bo Nix.
Bo Nix would be a good one too. But I think
runs that you can spread out teams, especially if you get Marvin Harrison.
I don't think the Commanders take a quarterback.
I do.
Penix to New England.
Who's their quarterback right
Sam
now?
Howell.
Yeah, he played he threw a shit ton of yards, but he also had a game where he completed 6 passes out of 22 attempts.
I think either Penix to Washington or Penix to New England.
No, Washington takes Caleb Williams if he's still there. Washington. The Bears could finesse the Redskins out of picks. If the Bears put it on the board,
that's the Commanders. You're going to offend people.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. They're filing grievances right now because they changed their name from the Redskins.
I know.
Yeah. If the Commanders, if the Bears wanted to, they could finesse the Commanders out of their 2nd pick and a 1st-round pick next year.
Yeah.
I will say,
easily.
I don't think the Commanders are going with Drake May. I don't think they're going with another UNC quarterback.
I don't think the Bears would draft Drake May, even if he was available at 9.
I think
the fucking Patriots might, but we got to see what kind of offense Jared Mayo wants to run in New England now that he has the team.
I think Penix is slept on. I want to.
I could see Mayo going.
The only thing that would hurt Penix is his history of injuries.
Even then, I think Penix is a great dual threat quarterback, and I think he's going to have a great NFL career. I think he's going to do good things. No matter where he goes, I think he's going to put on a show.
As long as he stays healthy.
Yeah. He's not going to be like Bryce Young. He's hopefully going to go somewhere that actually has a line to protect.
Bears go Marvin Harrison at number 1,
and then
which they should.
I saw somewhere where they were saying the Bears should trade the number 1 pick.
Maybe to the Commanders, drop 1 pick. You don't give
because you drop
option.
1 pick, the Commanders are going to take Caleb Williams.
Yeah. I mean, the Commanders could look at it and go,
and they're going to draft.
What are the odds the Bears draft Caleb Williams?
Right.
What are the odds that the Bears draft Caleb Williams? Because if they don't, then the Commanders can go, we're just going to sit at number 2.
Yeah.
We're going to get any quarterback in the draft we want because the Bears are 100% going to take Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Which I believe is the best bet for the Bears to do.
I would be shocked if they don't.
If I'm the Commanders,
if I see that the Bears did not take Marvin Harrison as a 1st-round draft pick, first pick in the 1st round, and they don't take him, I don't know, man. That's gonna be crazy. There's no way they don't.
If I'm the Commanders, I'm probably taking Bo Nix over Caleb Williams, 100%.
Yeah, I would take.
Bo Nix has more poise. Personally, he's the better quarterback.
He fits that offense, too, when you look at it with Scary Terry, Samuel, fucking Dotson. I mean, you can spread out teams and start throwing the ball that way. But
and he can protect himself.
Yeah, and he can run if he has to.
I think Caleb Williams drops a lot farther in the draft than we think. And I bet I almost guarantee Caleb Williams drops to the Patriots.
Yeah. I think he is pretty much, at this point, ruined his chances of Bears drafting him. Mm-hmm. I think at the Bears,
he don't want to go to the Bears.
I don't think the Bears want him.
I
mean, it's saying right here the Bears' biggest need is interior offensive line, wide receiver, tight end, edge rusher, and then quarterback. You got Justin Fields. You don't have to waste a pick on the quarterback at number
I
one.
don't think Justin Fields is a problem. They just need a good fucking coaching staff under him.
I think that if there's no offensive lineman that's really like
Wow.
gotta take this guy at.
What?
So I just saw an article. Brandon Graham said that if Philly will have him back next year, the next year will be his retirement tour. He is done after next season.
That means something that he was a player that actually made a difference.
Don't forget that he won the Super Bowl for us with that strip sack.
Yeah, because fuck Nick Foles, the guy's dick you ride consistently.
Big Dick Nick got it done, but let's be honest. That
Brandon Graham was the one that won the Super Bowl, not Big Dick Nick getting.
Whoa! Pats almost came back if it weren't for that strip sack. If that strip sack doesn't happen, Tom Brady drives down the field and scores. Don't forget that. Brandon Graham.
Is Nick Foles even in the league anymore?
Yes.
No, I don't think he's on
Pretty sure he's a free agent.
Yeah, that's not in the league.
Not on a team.
He's not on a current roster. Commanders,
He's still on the Colts.
He's still with the Colts as a backup, yeah.
And Gardner's got him beat.
Yeah, and Gardner Minshew's the starting quarterback. Big Nick Foles is giving Big Dick Nick is giving Little Dick energy right now.
Big Dick Nick got his shit done in Philly. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I think the Cardinals, 100%, the Cardinals are going to take either a defensive tackle or a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And if I'm them, I take a Dunze from
I think with a healthy Kyler Murray, the Cardinals can be a pretty damn good
if
team.
a Dunze is there, which 9 times out of 10, if a team trades into the top 3, they're going to draft a quarterback. Yeah. I think that the Cardinals are going to take a Dunze. Unless fucking the Bears surprise us all, trade the number 1 fucking pick like they did last year, and then 3 quarterbacks go off the board immediately, and the Cardinals get the chance at Marvin Harrison, which I hope for Marvin Harrison's sake he doesn't go to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals take a Dunze. The Chargers, that one's kind of a toss-up. We got to see who the new head coach is going to be. Because if it's Harbaugh, he's taking Blake Corum.
Yeah.
If it's not Harbaugh, they might actually go corner with Kool-Aid McKinstry coming out. There's a few other corners that are coming out this year. I could see them taking it. Giants have to take
a quarterback
defense.
And a quarterback.
I mean, they're not taking a quarterback because they just paid Daniel Jones $160 million over 4 years.
I don't know why
they're staying with D. Jones.
I don't know why they thought Daniel Jones was the second coming
worth
of Christ.
Worth $40 million a season after he threw 8 touchdowns last season,
and got absolutely fucking dog walked by the shit Philadelphia secondary.
Titans will be the first team to take an offensive lineman
3 times.
Titans will take
they're
an
going to
offensive
build around
lineman.
Levis.
Oh, yeah. Levis is the answer for Tennessee.
Falcons are going to
Yeah.
Falcons, depending on their head coach, all depends on what they take.
Yeah.
I don't think
they jump ship on Ritter yet.
I think if a new coach comes, depending on who the coach is, they might jump ship on Ritter.
Yep.
Not even jump ship on him, but they're going to get another guy to have that quarterback competition and see if Ritter can get pushed to that next level.
Bill
and if
Belichick
he doesn't,
had like
slide that in.
3-4 hour meeting with the Falcons.
Yeah, was 2.5 hours of them blowing them, 45 minutes of him eating, and then the other 30 minutes was
talking
football, and then the last 15 minutes was a hand job.
I saw the Pat McAfee show, and they were talking about Belichick being down there, and he's like, what all does he have to say? Doesn't he just have to walk in there and be like, 28-3, if I want the job, it's mine, right? He's like, what more do you want me to say?
Bears with their second pick, man. I mean, if the Bears if they take Marvin Harrison at number 1, and then we say the Commanders take Penix or Bo Nix, the Patriot or Williams, the Patriots take whatever quarterbacks left after that. The Cardinals take a Dunze. The Chargers take Blake Corum or McKinstry.
Mm-hmm.
Giants go. I don't know why they need a running back. Only if they let Saquon go.
I doubt it.
But Saquon's kind of just like, I'm numb. If they do franchise tag me, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he does get franchised, he's going to make like 16, 17 million just to play football.
I don't think anybody's complaining.
Titans aren't going to take a quarterback. The Falcons will take a quarterback. I mean, they're going to have their choice of quarterback, running backs,
wide receivers.
They won't need another wide receiver because you now got Marvin Harrison and fucking DJ Moore. I mean, you could go get another, but why waste that number 9 pick on him?
Right.
I would take best offensive lineman available.
Or D-line.
Panthers have the first pick in the second round.
Yeah. Guess what they're not going to do with that? Take anybody worth a fuck. The Jets go offensive fucking line.
Yeah.
I call that right now. The Jets have to take offensive line, especially if Aaron is coming back next year.
Saying Michael Penix is projected a second round pick.
I doubt
to go to the Vikings.
Vikings are going to take a quarterback.
Either way.
I think Vikings definitely take best defensive player available.
Yeah.
When it comes to their pick 11. Broncos are not taking a quarterback. They're staying with Russell. What?
Saying the Raiders might take J.J. McCarthy
wouldn't
in the
surprise
second
me.
round.
J.J. roasting it up in Vegas. Poor guy. Go to that fucking toxic city.
Saying the Giants are going to take Bo Nix in the second round.
I don't know. I think the draft's going to be interesting.
That wouldn't be a bad pickup. Xavier Worthy for the Bengals.
Yeah.
We'll have to Bears
see on
even have a
draft
second round pick.
So they have this mock draft from CBS. Ryan Wilson of CBS has the Commanders trade. Has the Commanders trade where they send the number 2 pick, the number 41 pick, a 2025 first rounder to Chicago for the number 1 overall, and they take Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
The Bears with the number 2 take Marvin Harrison, Drake May to the Patriots, an offensive lineman to the Cardinals, offensive lineman to the Chargers. I don't see the Chargers taking an offensive lineman, but we did forget a quarterback. Jaden Daniels, the fucking Heisman winner.
Well, I didn't forget about him. I just don't think he's as
They
good
have
as
the
rest
Giants taking him, which might be a problem. They have Latham from Alabama going to fucking the Titans. Penix going to the Falcons. I don't see, if Belichick takes the job in Atlanta, them drafting Michael Penix. It's not the kind of quarterback that he wants. They have the Bears taking Dallas Turner with the number 9 pick. Honestly, best defensive player available. You get an elite defensive player off at the number 9 pick on top of an elite wide receiver at the number 2.
Yep.
Neighbors, the wide receiver from LSU, going to Jets. Jared Verse, the edge rusher from Florida State, to the Vikings. Dunze to Denver. Nate Wiggins, the cornerback from Clemson, to Raiders.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck are the Broncos going to do?
They're keeping Russell.
All right.
They're going to keep Russell. The only reason they benched him was they could not afford for him to be benched, because if he was going to be – he couldn't afford for him to play.
Yeah.
Because if he fucking would have played and got hurt and didn't clear his physical in March, they were going to owe him like $39 million on top of his salary from next year, because this offseason's when his contract extension kicks in with all that new money from Denver. So they benched him as strictly you're just not playing because it doesn't matter and we don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah.
They got a Doomsday going there. They have the Saints taking Brock Bowers, tight end from Georgia.
That's
Brian Thompson Jr., the other wide receiver from LSU, going to the Colts. Newton, D lineman from Illinois, going to Seahawks. Fuga from Oregon State, offensive tackle, going to the Jaguars. They definitely need it. They got you guys taking Mims, the offensive tackle from Georgia, the Bengals. They have Kool-Aid McKinstry going to the Packers. And if they get fucking Kool-Aid and Jair Alexander, Jesus garage. They might actually stand a chance at covering the wide receivers in Chicago at that point.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman. I'm surprised they had Neighbors going before Coleman and Dunze, but they have Coleman going to Tampa. Mitchell, the wide receiver from Texas, going to Arizona. Corner going to LA from Iowa. A corner from Georgia going to the Steelers. Lineman to the Dolphins. Lineman to the Eagles. A tackle at that. A lineman to the Chiefs. Latua, the edge rusher from UCLA, going to the Texans. Trice, edge rusher from Washington, going to the Lions. That'd be sick. Byron Murphy the second from Texas, defensive lineman, going to the Bills. Mitchell going from Toledo, corner, going to Dallas. Chop Robinson from Penn State.
That's another bust going to fucking Dallas.
Going to San Francisco, and then the Baltimore Ravens taking a tackle. And that's if – now that draft order is messed up because this was put out before – this was put out on the 17th, which is today. I don't understand why they had that draft order in that order. But, hey, is what it is because the Cowboys aren't going to pick that high.
And so a lot of off-season bullshit.
A lot of off-season bullshit. I think we
got to see the trades because another guy has the Bears take Caleb Williams at 1 and Neighbors at 9, and Marvin Harrison dropped. Jaden Daniels going to the Patriots. Drake May going to the Commanders. Marvin Harrison going to Arizona. Edge rusher to the Chargers. Brock Bowers to the Giants. I mean,
whatever team.
Bo Nix to the fucking Broncos.
Whatever team drafts Caleb Williams at them.
Setting themselves up for failure.
Wasted pick.
Yeah.
But we got a lot going into divisional weekend. We're going to see what happens with these games. We got some good ones coming up. Draft's going to be interesting. We'll probably get into more of that after the
we got re-signings and who's going signings, re-signings.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have
combines, pro days.
Plenty of shit to talk about in the off season. I'm sure we'll have a lot of coach firings this upcoming week as we're rolling into the
I don't think
round.
any more coach firings are going to happen from the divisional teams and the divisional rounds.
I mean the ones that have been knocked out. We're going to have some more coach firings to talk about. But episode 3, it'll be
next week.
It'll be we'll be phoning in from old Chief Pimp here. He's headed back to Ohio, so we'll be phoning
got
evicted.
In.
Got evicted.
Somebody's butt hurt. Baker owns the Eagles.
Yeah, whatever.
Baker's daddy.
But yeah, we'll be phoning.
Jalen addresses Baker from now on. He goes, "Hey, Daddy, can I go play football next year?"
We'll be phoning in. We'll figure it out on the Discord side of things, and yeah, it'll be an interesting episode next week, especially after these divisional games because they're gonna be some heaters. They're gonna be some good ones. So
Niners.
We got
Niners.
Go Niners.
We got Lions all the way, man. Lions are taking.
Of course
Niners,
you do.
Ravens
Just like
all
you had
the
the
way.
Eagles all season. Then you bailed on them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna happen after that collapse.
Peace out.
All right, chat. Have a good one.